Guys, I think we just found one straight away. All right, there's a little den right there. That's a great sight to see. We know that they are close. Now we play the waiting game. Basically, what we're doing today is we're looking for the amazing creature, the striped skunk. They've been hibernating all winter long, and they're finally coming out for breeding season. So we're going to be looking from dusk till dark along thickets and edges and open fields to see if we can just find a striped skunk. Of course, keeping our distance. Let's head on into the video. First off, we're going to be looking along this little thicket right there, all the way down there into the woods to see exactly what we can find. It's still early breeding season, so we might do a few more of these videos, but I have a really good feeling that we can find something tonight, especially when it gets darker outside. It's currently about 6:30, so let's keep on looking till about 8:30. All right, so basically we're looking along this little thicket right here. Now this little edge to this open field isn't going to be the prime place to look. I'm going to start my way looking down here along the creek bank, as you see. So hopefully along the creek bank we will be able to find a skunk. Okay, we got this great open field, and skunks love edges, especially along the breeding season where they find themselves safe. So we're looking for the buck skunks, which are the male skunks. So we're going to look along the edges right here because this is a prime place to look, especially with fallen trees like this where the skunks can dig up grubs and whatnot. Now, striped skunks, especially in North America, are very nocturnal and they move more at night. So the darker it gets, the better the search will get. So just looking along this edge right here, this isn't the best place to look, or the jackpot or the pinnacle or the climax of this search tonight, but this is a great place to start, especially in here looking around. Now, if I do see a skunk, I don't want to follow him into the thicket because I just don't know where he might be or if he sprays me or whatnot. I want to stay a safe 40 feet away from him. Straight away, we look down here and we find what looks to be a den. Looks really cool, goes underground. That's a great sight. See where it's kind of hard to see, but you can see right there where they have dug underground. So that's a great sight. Want to make sure that we stay away. We don't want to alarm a skunk that could be in there and come out here and spray us. We want to keep a good, safe 40 feet. Let's head into the pines. We want to be careful, extremely careful going in here, especially when it's a little bit darker. Looking for those white stripes. Those white stripes are kind of like a warning sign telling people to watch out. There's a skunk in here and I'm not afraid to use my spray. All right, so let's go ahead and look in here. Now we have a little flashlight out here, just making sure we don't see those white stripes, because if we do not want to get real close to him. We do not want to make him feel scared and end up getting sprayed on. That's the last thing that I want to do tonight, is get sprayed on by a skunk, because that would be no fun. Also, a safe thing to know about skunks is they can shoot their stink spray up to 20 feet. So you want to keep a good 30 to 40 feet back. For me, I want to be safe. I don't want to smell like skunk. So I'm going to keep a safe 40 feet if I find one tonight. What do we have here? Looks like we got some kind of animal fur down here. This is awesome. Let's see, what is this? Yep, sure enough. That is some kind of animal fur. I think that might be from like a little rabbit or something. That's very interesting. That's really cool. I know coyotes sometimes drag their prey in here. Like I've seen a deer carcass in here before and whatnot. Seen a lot of dead rabbits, a lot of dead birds in here before. So you never know what you might find within these pines. All right, boys. Let's go find a skunk. Really great thicket in here. Flushed a couple of woodcock out of here before. Actually have a video of a woodcock in here about 3 years ago. Super awesome. So yeah, we're just gonna look around in here, see just all what we can find in here. Okay. We're just continuing to look through this thicket. Alright, so we're walking along the thicket, and we just found where a coyote got to something. Looks to be a deer. Got some remains of a deer, a little bit of a deer hide scattered out through here. So yeah, you'll never know what you'll find in the woods this time of year. I know it is sad to see a deer or just see really any animal die, but that's just how God created the food chain and how God created not one species to take over the next. So I know it can be kind of hard to see, but I think it's important to see at the same time that, you know, that's just how God created nature. See some really cool deer up there in the field. Alrighty, so basically what we're doing now is we're just waiting for it to get really dark, and then we are going to go look for the skunk up there on that hill. It is getting really dark really quick. Got still about 10 minutes before the sun sinks completely down. Got some deer up there in the field, so hopefully if I spook them, I won't spook any potential skunks up there, but we're still gonna look anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for another 10 minutes, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, we've definitely had some bucks roam through here. The hunt is on. Alright, it's gotten really dark, so let's go ahead and let's check these edges. This rundown barn is a really good place to look. I want to be quiet. I don't want to spook anything out of here. Just looking in this old barn under there and under the shutters. See if one might have taken up home in there. Nothing that I can see. Yeah, nothing there. Let's keep looking. Well, looking here, looks like a prime place for one to be. A ball there in the woods, throughout the field. There's got to be one up here. There's just got to be. Just looking for those white stripes. Just looking for those white stripes. That's all we're doing. Check the field. Nothing. Just checking for those white stripes. That's all we're doing. Just go ahead and drop a couple of fun facts about skunks. You know, they actually have sulfur in either their skin glands or bloodstream, and that's what makes the spray smell so bad. Also, skunks' spray defense is their last option to defend themselves. They actually give warning signs by stomping their feet or standing up on their front two paws before spraying. They don't want to spray, but if you annoy them enough, they will spray. So that's why it's safe to keep a safe distance. Now we get to some taller grass, so gotta be careful through here. Man, no white stripes to be seen yet. We are at the top of the mountain. Look at that view. Isn't that just beautiful? What a beautiful sight God's given us. Over there, those lights, that's the Appalachian Ski Mountain. That's awesome. If you like skiing, leave that down in the comments below. I have yet to ski in my life. Something that one of my friends is trying to get me to do. So I might just have to do that soon. I just looked along that whole fence line up there. Nothing. Looked all throughout this field. Just Couldn't really find anything. Got one last fence line to run, one little edge. If not there, we will come back and we will find one. Oh, we didn't find one tonight, but I had a great time looking out here for the amazing striped skunk. Can't wait to get out here in a week or two when it's a little bit warmer. Try to see if I can find one moving. And until next time, take care of your abs. Cade's out. Pound it.